then, and we pushed, and I was actually, myself and 2 other people were the first to actually go around and start coming up with a maintenance plan.
It would seem to be the starting point for any fire department.
Major, yeah, it was pretty spooky, quite frankly, and there was some resistance, but it finally, you know, the board at the time saw the wisdom, the long-term wisdom, and starting to come up with some plan. But actually, the district under Steve Harrell really has taken it on and done. Came up with a major plan, maintenance plan, you know, refurbish plan, and
3 years.
GPS. Yeah, we
now
started
have a form
GPS
that keeps records on each hydrant. So when you go out, you maintain a hydrant, then you have the new form for the year, and you can look back and see what maintenance has taken place on each hydrant.
So I can put away my can of BW40.
Yeah. You don't want to use that on
Chris, what's Chris's last name? Chris Spots actually has a background in doing that kind of maintenance, so he's here, and he actually is hired as a consultant.
Oh no, an employee.
An employee,
yeah,
okay,
an employee.
And does
temporary seasonal employee
during the summer, and that's what he does.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
John. Close to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we got to.
Never mind.
No, please.
Go ahead. No.
I was just wondering, I don't know, there's some grading going on. John.
Kind of between,
What's that say?
Between Carefree and Wagon Wheel.
Yeah, beyond Laurel. I don't know if it's a private residence or if you're involved.
I don't believe the district's involved.
Okay. And then the other thing was, Steve, when you had Joanne, I think we were supposed to get a request for document for these things.
No, that's for the letter from CDPHE. The operations manager's report is for you.
Yeah, the request is basically a governmental official letter that we received. Not in like a monthly report.
Well, no, actually, I think Jennifer is clarifying that if you would like to get the letter from CDPHE to the district, you need to fill out our information request.
Yeah, right. But it's an official letter from the CDPHE to us. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I think we're on to water matters.
Kendall, have you joined yet?
Hi everybody, this is Kendall.
Hi. Hi Kendall. How are you doing?
I'm good. I hope you guys are all well also. I assume that since Marcus hasn't chimed in, he hasn't called in, he's out of the office and said he may call in, but to not plan on it, so sounds like he's not here. So I guess you're stuck with me today.
That's okay. So, just so you know, Kendall, we have the public here, and so if there's some updates that you can give us that the public can also listen to, if you could start with that first, that would be great. And then if we need to go into executive session, we may not, I'm not sure what the updates are, but...
Certainly, I think there are a couple broad updates I can provide to everybody, and then there probably are some specific issues we should discuss in executive session.
Okay.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the 2 issues we've been working on recently are the well 17 issue, and then obviously the negotiations with the United States regarding the potential purchase of water rights. So I will start with the well 17 issue. As I think everyone's aware, we are pursuing a change in the point of diversion for well 17. Under Colorado water law and under the Water Services Agreement, the United States really has the first bite at that apple. They could have given us consent to do the change case ourselves in Water Corp, but they did not. So we are really at the mercy of the United States right now in terms of getting that water court application filed and prosecuted. They sent us a draft application a couple of months ago now, and we reviewed that application, noticed a couple of errors and omissions that needed to be addressed, and recently sent comments to Jim Dubois with the Department of Justice, and also to Megan Estep and Carrie Cordova at Fish and Wildlife, and we have not received any feedback on those comments. We have also not received any indication from them as to when they think they will actually get that application filed. So if we don't see it get filed here in April, it would show up in the April resume around the first week of May. We will probably circle back to Jim Dubois and see what he thinks the status is and what we could do to move that forward.
Thank you.
So, are there any questions about Will 17?
I'm just kind of curious. Are you saying now that this things are now back with Fish and Wildlife Service? And
correct. We received a draft application and an internal document that's part of their administrative procedures, kind of a litigation memo. And so it seems like the process is it goes from Fish to the solicitor's office and then to Department of Justice before anything can get done. And our understanding is it is somewhere between Fish and the Department of Justice at this point. And we sent our comments to them. So yes, the short answer is, as far as we can tell, every ball is in their court at this point.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. That is the labyrinth we have come to know. Okay. So
I can give a 10-second public overview of where we are with the United States on the water service agreement. I think it's public knowledge, and everyone knows that obviously we retained Eric Harmon a few months ago to work with the Fish and Wildlife engineer, John Gerstle, on coming up with a joint analysis of the demands of the district for water now and at build-out. They are in the process of wrapping that up. We heard from Eric about a week ago, and it sounds like they're just putting the final touches on that. So we are expecting to receive some joint recommendations in the very near future. And any discussion beyond that, I think, is now probably appropriate for executive session.
okay.
I have a question, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, but I'm going to ask it anyway. How many acres per feet are you asking for, and how much would that cost?
I think that's a negotiation matter.
Yeah.
We're nowhere near that.
Yeah, we're nowhere near that.
You're not there. Do you have an estimation or a guesstimation of how much this district might need?
No,
we
we can't go
as far
there.
as
yeah, we
water
can't
rights?
go there right now.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, these negotiations, just so you know, are super sensitive. You know, Fish and Wildlife Service has their interests. We have our interests. That's all I can say. All I can tell you is we're getting as most as we possibly that's reasonable for the community. I mean, we're looking at build out. We're looking at protecting the town of Crestone. We're it. I mean, we were, just so you know, this negotiation was legislated in the 2000 legislation for the National Park and Preserve Act. We were mentioned, the Baca Grande Water and Sanitation District was mentioned in that act as an option for water rights purchase. So we have a huge responsibility here to look at the future water supply of the area. And quite frankly, that's the reason I got on the board in 2004. And it's taken this long to get there. Because of all the other things that happened.
Take about this long again before we actually get to
Yeah, the district ended up having a lot of other things going on than what I was hoping for. But anyway, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So how long do you think we might be in executive session?
So, make a big note.
Kendall,